And then there was one, as the season all comes to a conclusion here today at Atlanta Motor Speedway, as we're here today for the running of the Napa Auto Parts 500, as we are set for 50 laps of action on this 1.522 mile racetrack, as we are set for some great racing here today. At this track. The championship is, and as for the points championship, it is already been decided, by the way, as after the race at Phoenix, here Dylan Young had gained enough points to win his first ever Castrol GTX Cup Series championship. Most you can gain in a race is 142 points, and he leads by 162 coming into this finale. So Dylan Young is officially your champion for season 30. So all we got left is 50 laps of racing left to go this season. So that being said, let's get the starting lineup. On the pole for today's race, it is car number 33. It is Matt McIntyre. He won this race last season, as a matter of fact. So he's going to probably do it again here today. He's not yet won this season. Starting in row number 2, starting alongside him will be car 41. It is John Andrews, winner at California. Second row has car 28, Keith Batson, a Texaco Haviland Ford. She's alongside car 75. It is Jesse Turner, who won at Talladega this season. Third row, Zach Rogers, car number 60, Valvoline Ford. Coming into this race 7th place in the standings, though, and looking to move up a little bit points-wise as well, too. He'll be alongside car number 7, Allison Rain, who won at the second race at Michigan. Fourth row, I should say, sees car 31. It is Daniel Bouchard, who won the first Michigan race, along also with Richmond, and that was the only 2 races he's won so far yet. This season, he looks for his third victory this season. In here, this race, he's alongside car number 25. It is James Henry. Fourth row has car number 16. That's Rob Evans, and number 29, Zachary Fitzwater. Evans winner this season at the second Rockingham race. Next row has Trent Dunham in number 1 and 18. Nathan Ormond. Both have won a race this season. Next row down, the newly crowned champ Dylan Young alongside number 10, Paul Minnick. Next row, number 20, Joshua Osborne, and number 4, William Brock. Next row down has Jessica Shelton, number 94, 4-time winner this season so far. She won the last race in the tour we brought to you at Phoenix. She's alongside Ryan Brommer in car 26. Next row is car number 87. That is Aaron Macklin, and number 99, Levi McIntyre, twice a winner this season. Next row, Keith Batson at 88, another winner who's won twice this season, alongside Quentin Moore, who won a 600 at Charlotte. Next row has James Sykes at number 90 and 22, Dylan Poteet. Next row, 44, Seth Cohen, number 42, Kyle Matthews. Next row has number 98, Laura Chung, and number 40, that is Zach Winkle. Next row down has 23, Wes McCoy, and number 43, that is Mike Becker. Next row has number 30, that is Ryan George. He's alongside car number son of a gun. Next row is Ryan George in car number 30. He's alongside number 17. That is Roberto Crown Jr. Next row down has number 15, Alex Miller, twice a winner this season so far. He won at New Hampshire and Martinsville. He's alongside number 5. That is Phil Parker, the winner at the second Charlotte race this season, the Melly Yellow 500, and did it in strange fashion, I might add, too. Next row down has number 3, Cole Deaver, looking for the Atlanta sweep. He won here back in the 4th race of the season. He also won the 400 at Daytona this season as well, too. He's flanked by car 24, Charles Samper, who won at Sonoma this season. Next row has number 36, Cement Oscon, and number 71, Daniel Getraka starting shotgun. Number 37, that is Dylan Abrahamian, and number 81, that's Muhammad Abdullah sitting outside and starting shotgun in the field. So we mentioned this being the 34th and final race of the season here on the Castrol GTX Cup Series Tour. We thank everybody for joining in this season, of course, as before we get to the green flag here today. We mentioned the championship has already been clinched, though. Actually, a top 2 has already been clinched in the points, I should say, too. But there's positions that can be exchanged within the top 10 or 15, as a matter of fact, too. So with that all said, For the last time in season 30, here's the command to fire the engines for the Napa Auto Parts 500.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Command has been given to fire the engines as we get set for racing here today. For the final time in season 30, I should say, before signups happen for season 31, and everybody prepares for season 31 Speedweeks at Daytona, leading up to season 31 Daytona 500. So, like I said, as the field rolls off a pit road for the pace up, I'm back for the start of the race right after this. Through the third and fourth turns they come here. We're about to get set for green flag racing here. Your in-car cameras today will be carried by Charles Sanford, Jessica Shelton, and Kyle Matthews as our three in-car cameras for today's race. As the green flag's about to fly here, and 50 laps remain on the season, the Napa Auto Parts 500 is underway here in Atlanta. Race number 34 of this 34-race season. We saw in the Mellow Yellow Racing Series event how fast this track is, though, and it's been equally fast for the Cup cars as well, too, as they come off turn number 4, and Matt McIntyre lead the first lap of this race. And that's what 195 miles an hour looks like as they zip by you. Zach Rogers goes to second position. He's a two-time winner season so far. Rogers won the first North Wilkesboro race this season. He also won at Watkins Glen as well too. Rogers looking for his third win of the season. He's comes in this race number 7 in the points coming in this event, so he's had another fine season in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. And for Daniel Bouchard, it'll be his first top 5 finish in the season if he in his points if he can hold on. He currently leads. Actually, if I look at the points again here, he is actually guaranteed a top 5 finish this season. So all your top 5 finishers in the points chase, all your top 5 runners in the points chase as of right now will be guaranteed a top 5. And so Bouchard will get his first top 5, no, without a doubt. But he can still be bumped down to 5th if the driver who's moving her way up to the field right now, that number 94 car, Jessica Shelton, does not finish ahead of him by about 3 spots. On board with the girl we're talking about, Jessica Shelton, number 94 was on board. Jess won last season the Tour of Phoenix. Won her 4 times due to the typical Shelton fashion, did it in, well, not quite dominating fashion, but she dominated Darlington the Southern 500 with her win in that race. But some races she's won pretty convincingly. She dominated Darlington. She also dominated Riverside as well too. And she's right with her right now, following Joshua Osborne in car number 20 as well. She pushes Osborne for the lead right now. You see how high you turn the RPMs here at Atlanta. 9,250 RPMs going into turn number 1. And Atlanta, tracks like Atlanta, Texas, Michigan, California, places like that, is absolutely an engine builder's nightmare because you're making so much horsepower and you're turning so much RPMs coming off the corner. Yes, I said off the corner. You saw the in-car camera. Shelton leads her first lap of the race. You saw the in-car camera that they turn about probably a little bit more than 8,000 RPMs through the middle of the corner, and that is plenty high in a track like this. As we watch, Aaron Macklin goes to second position now, the 1887 car. He's been having some good runs this season. But here comes number 88, Keith Batson, the Quality Care Ford Credit Ford Thunderbird. Keith will have the same scheme next season, but his car will be a Ford Taurus. Next season, a 2000 model Ford Taurus, that is. Same paint scheme Dale Jarrett took to the Daytona 500 win that very year. Batson to the inside, looks for the lead on lap number 8, and he'll take it away from Shelton as he comes off turn number 4. James Sykes to the low side. You got Fords all around right there surrounding the GM products. In fact, the top 4 cars on the inside, the 4 cars on the inside are all Fords. Sykes, Chung, Evans, and Wes McCoy in the 23 car. We should mention too that Rob Evans, as we mentioned, he won at Rockingham the AC Delco 400 in that race. That was his first. That was also his first top 10 he had this season. He had not scored a top 10 finish until that very race at Rockingham when he won, and of course he unfortunately did not finish top 10 at Phoenix. And he came into this race, let's see, 35th in the standings. This race, I should say. So Evans has not had a good season at all. By his standards, obviously, but yep, if he signs up next season, he'll obviously have hope for better luck next season. Meanwhile, for Laura Chung, though, she's been having a decent season so far. This is her second season, I think her third season, in this series. I think Chung comes into this race, let's see, 20th in the points, though. She's trying to hold on to the top 20 spot in the standings coming out of Atlanta. Best finish was a second at California, and a tremendous finish between her and John Andrews. And unfortunately for Laura, she lost out by just about a couple of feet on that battle. But she hopes to get her first Cup Series victory, if not here, maybe sometime next season. But right now, her and James Sykes both side by side as they come off turn number 2 here. James Sykes, by the way, one of the drivers out of the Q-Man Motorsports. That's Quentin Moore's team. And Quint will be adding a new driver next season that may be running for Rookie of the Year in the Castrol GTX Cup Series next season, which is 31. And as for Rookie of the Year standings, by the way, it is John Andrews who has that battle just about won pretty much. You know, him and Roberto Crown Jr. has been battling for Rookie of the Year all season. Used to go to the Rookie to finish highest in the standings. Used to. But now since I got the score for, it's been pretty much whoever it's Rookie of the Year points has been added to this series. So Rob Evans continues to lead his field right now. Seth Cole's second position. Aaron Macklin back up to third position now in the 87 car. Osborne battling with Paul Minnick now for fourth position. A pair of orange cars going at it. Pontiac on the inside, Ford on the outside as they go through turns number 3 and 4. Paul Minnick, they didn't quite skunk him this season. He did win the Winston 500 at Talladega earlier this season, back in the 10th race of the season. Race number 10, won by car number 10. So how ironic is that? But as they come out turn number 2 right now, Minnick right now runs about 6th in the order right now in the number 10 tie machine. That tie car, by the way, will be a Pontiac next season. And it'll be car number 32 next season. And we talk about Pontiacs, the driver Seth Cole, the car Seth Cole is driving right now. That 44 is going to be on a Dodge next season. It'll be Georgia Pacific Papers sponsoring that machine for Seth Cole. He'll be driving the number 5 Kellogg's car for Hendrick Motorsports next season, the 2008 Casey Mears car. So the off-season rumors running rampant right now in this series. The X-Side car, you see right there. Well, Allison Rain, I don't know what ride Allison will have next season, but Levi McIntyre, he'll still be number 99 and Ford next season, but it'll be Office Depot as a sponsor next season, the 2008 Carl Edwards paint scheme. So Levi gets to drive Carl Edwards like he did in the Meliella series this season. And I'm sure for Levi it's going to be quite a thrill for him to represent his favorite driver. You'll see the number 2 Miller Lite car next season, except it'll be a Dodge next season. It'll be all blue. And Dylan Young will still have that ride next season. The newly crowned series champion. He'll be trying for his championship defense starting next season at Daytona. The man from the state of Florida going at it here. And he's already up in the top 10 position right now, as you see a battle for the lead going on right now between Joshua Osborne in 20 and Trent Dunham in number 1. Trent, they didn't quite skunk him in the season as well neither. Trent won the first Pocono race this season in the Pennzoil Chevrolet. Osborne looks to the inside, tries once again to go for the lead here. And Osborne, you talk about him in that number 20 car, he's been strong all second half of the season, by the way, in that number 20 machine. However, the strong runners has not been able to manifest himself in the wins. and he hopes to, like I said, he hopes to pull one off here today. This is down to his, he hopes to pull it off here today, though, and I know in some ways you run good this whole time, and then not win a race, though. It seems kind of disheartening. But on the other hand, though, it does give you momentum for the next season here. So Joshua, that's what Joshua is shooting for, the 3-time series champion. And Osborne, by the way, comes in this race. He comes in this race 13th in the standings, so he is not doing too badly here. There's no wins, 6 top 5s, and 13 top 10s. He has 1 pole this season, by the way, too. So Joshua hoping to pull one off here today at Atlanta, but he's got Rob Evans on his back bumper right now in the 16 machine. As we come on to number 4 to complete lap number 21, we'll have now 29 laps remaining in this race. Yeah, 29 laps remaining in this race, such as I thought I miscalculated there for a minute. And you got another fast forward there behind. Levi McIntyre's in 3rd. Trent Dunham is in 4th. And 5th is Paul Minnick. 6th is Dylan Young. And look who's making his way up the field here at number 24. Jeff Gordon colors there. That's Charles Sanford. The DuPont Chevrolet. Charles trying to snag himself another win this season here. That 24 car still the same sponsor next season as well. This same color, same sponsor, same manufacturer, same number, but they'll be different paint scheme next season. We're doing the best of the 2000s. And so with this mod as well too. And his rider Charles Saber right now in 7th position right now. Actually, I think maybe 60. Let's do look at this time by. Yeah, Sampler is 7th right there. His cross start finish line is time by. Lap speed's well over 195 miles an hour here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. In fact, the fastest race so far being set by Wes McCoy at over 196 miles an hour. In fact, the top 3 cars all over 196 miles an hour. Wes McCoy, along with Ryan George and Laura Chung, has the 3 fastest laps of the race so far. Today, Charles Sanford has 10th fastest lap at 195.819. That's his fastest of the race so far. But Charles right now runs in 6th position in the Jeff Gordon colors as he tries to get past Paul Minnick and Levi McIntyre, the 10 and the 99 cars. In the meantime, Trent Dunham, though, keep around that 1 car. He moves inside of Rob Evans for the number 2 position. Dunham moves inside. He gets past Evans as they go through turns number 1 and 2. But Evans fights back, comes off turn number 2 now at number 16 Family Channel Ford. Sanford now gets by the 99 car of Levi McIntyre. Now close up on the 10 car of Rob Evans, or not Rob Evans, 10 car of Paul Minnick. And Evans blocks Minnick's path right now here. Evans up to the, or down to the 3rd position, I should say. Evans up, or I should say, and Minnick up to 4th now in the number 10 car. And another driver who's worked his way up to the field nicely. You're riding with him now, Kyle Matthews. And he is officially going to finish 2nd in the series this season. In the number 42 car, you'll have Haviland as a sponsor next season. It'll be a Dodge. The 2003 Jamie McMurray colors. Matthews 3 wins this season so far, 10 top 5s and 16 top 10s in 1 pole position this season for the number 42 Coors Light Pontiac. I say Matthews got 2nd place wrapped up because he is 145 points ahead of 3rd place Cole Deaver as the yellow flag flies for the first time here today, and Joshua Osborne did not want to see that. And it's Zach Rogers, car number 6 that's crashed. Caution number 1 of the day, flying, and it's him. Oh my gosh, that is a bad spot to crash in right there. Okay, so something happened, obviously, to start things, to bunch everything up here. Here's what happened to start. Here's what happened to kick things off here. They went right to turn number 1 here. Mike Becker and Alex Miller started things off there. Poteet got into Wes McCoy. So McCoy and Alex Miller. And Poteet gets into the 43 car of Mike Becker, since Becker into the wall. Now watch Miller. He's going to come down on Ryan Brommer in the 26 machine. That's going to bunch everything up. And here comes everybody else. James Sykes gets into Seth Cole, gets into Ryan Brommer. Everybody's going to crash right here. James Sykes also got involved. There's Batson and Andrews. Jesse Turner just squeaked through, as did Quentin Moore. Watch Batson. Oh my God. A bad crash on the backstretch here at Atlanta, and that pretty much sums up Keith Batson's second half of the season this season. But and crashed about in the same spot we saw Steve Grissom crash on this very same track in 1997. Except Batson didn't ricochet back across the track, and the gas tank literally caught on fire. But oh my gosh, that is a horrible crash. Real time replay. I want to check and see what the speed was on that impact. I mean, that is a hard impact. Yeah, see, Batson scrubbed off a lot of speed at this point right there. His impact speed. His impact at about 82 miles an hour. That was his impact. So it could have been a whole lot worse. He could have been going 182 and slammed the wall like that, and that would have caused him to ricochet back across the track, like I said, and would have caused an even bigger wreck. Or should I say a more grotesque wreck, I should say. But, I mean, still a bad crash nonetheless, and it's no secret that it has knocked Batson, Rogers, and Andrews out of the race there. So Andrews hopes he holds on to that lead for Rookie of the Year this season. That'll be probably the silver lining to this season, at least, you know, other than his win at California. So off turn number 2 they come right now here at Atlanta, as we are set for the restart. It'll be on lap number 33 when this race restarts here. So we'll have 32 laps in the books and 18 laps remaining here in the Napa Auto Parts 500. This is the final race of season 34 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series for season 30. Again, thanks everybody for watching this season, as I mentioned before, and we'll hope to. We hope to bring you more excitement next season for season 31, starting at Speed Weeks at Daytona. And the schedule has not changed at all for next season as well too. So Atlanta will still hold races number 4 and 34 next season. Green flag about to fly. Lap number 33. 18 laps to go here at Atlanta. At Atlanta, Joshua Osborne is your leader. Second is Trent Dunham. Third, Paul Minnick. Fourth is Rob Evans. And fifth is Levi McIntyre. Charles Sanford is 6th. 7th is Kyle Matthews. 8th is William Brock. 9th is Ryan George for Kev Shear Racing Tech. And 10th is the Daytona 500 champion Zach Winkle. Across the start-finish line they come here, and Dunham bring him down through turns number 1 and 2 once again here as he tries to find any weakness out of Joshua Osborne's car. It appears Osborne's car appears to be a little bit weak, a little little bit slower than is Dunham's, I think, is what I'm trying to say here. Dunham's got a very fast car, especially in the draft behind the number 20 machine. Pontiac in first, Chevy's in second. You got a Ford in third, Chevy in fourth, and a Pontiac in fifth now. And make that Pontiac in fourth now, because here comes Kyle Matthews to the low side, trying to get past Charles Sanford. He will do so. So move Matthews up the fourth position now. Kyle has won before here at Atlanta as well, too. As he looks for his fourth victory of the season, he won at Dover, Pocono, and the night race at Bristol this season. So it's been another solid year for Matthews in the Coors Light Silver Bullet. Paul Minnick looks to the low side. Here comes number 4. That's William Brock. He'll be back with this ride next season as well, too. The Kodak Film Chevrolet. And Brock will get by Sanford. That's for, I believe, 6th position. Down in backstretch to come here. Here comes Zachary Fitzwater in 29, Poteet in 22, and Shelton in 94. Aaron Macklin behind her in the 87 car. Wes McCoy, Dylan Young, and Nathan Foreman in this mix too. As you jump back on board with Jessica Shelton. Jess running 13th the last time. By the way, it should be 12th as she took from Poteet. Number 2 they come here. Shelton is the low side. Sanford at the high side. Now they come off turn number 3. Charles dropping to 11th position. Here comes Jess to the low side. That's for 11th place on Sanford. Levi McIntyre also dropping back here. Jess, as we mentioned, coming in this race number 5 in the points coming in this race, and she is trying to hold on. In fact, as we mentioned, she's already held on to a top 5 officially because Levi McIntyre is about 100 points behind her in 6th. So, but Jess still is a driver who wants to win, and finish the highest as she possibly can. And Aaron Macklin are giving her a bit of a shove right there. She gets by McIntyre. That's for 10th place. Actually, make that 9th place now, I should say. 10 laps remaining here at Atlanta. Coming up on 9 to go now. And gets by Winkle for 8th. Rob Evans up to 2nd position now. Does anybody have anything for Joshua Osborne here in the final few laps of this race here? Kyle Matthews, he might have something though. We'll see what happens here. Come off turn number 2. Matthews to 2nd. The proud American out of the state of Ohio, bearing that number 42, red, silver, and blue machine. Another one of his strong wins he's had a lot of this season. Paul Minnick up to 3rd position. Minnick would like to finish the season on a high note as well too. And Evans gets moved up to the high side. Here comes Trent Dunham to the low side, car number 1, the Pennzoil Chevrolet. And he just moves Evans up the track now as they come off turn number 4. Ryan George, give Ryan George a call at number 30, Jimmy Dean machine. He is running strong here out of Kevshire Racing Tech. Up to the number, I think that's his 5th position. I think he's taken from Evans. And I think we got a caution. I think. Yes, we do, and it's Alex Miller, number 15, the Quality Care Ford. Evans and Miller pulls it into pit road as the crew goes to work on the number 15 Quality Care Ford. Alex came into this race number 28 in the standings, so he had he's had 2 poles, or I should say 2 wins, I should say, this season. So Alex Miller, not the season he's hoped for, not the ending he's hoped for this season. Let's take a look as to what happened. This is coming out on lap number 43, and Cat Batson just hooked right into him and into the wall. They both went, come off turn number 2. And everybody trying to scoot by Cat Batson. I mean, that was plenty close. I thought somebody got into Cat Batson. Let's take a look at what happened as she slides down the track on turn number 2. Whew. Boy, what driving by both Seth Cole and Ryan Brommer, as they both avoided disaster coming off turn number 2. So Wes McCoy Cat Batson and Alex Miller are both sitting on pit road, and they're both a lap down now, so trying to salvage what they can of this race. But Joshua Osborne did not want to see that yellow flag fly, because he was leading where that yellow flag fly, and we'll be down to about 5 to go this time by. So we will get a restart, but I'm not. But it'll be quite a battle here today as we get down to the final laps here at Atlanta. Cautions brought the average down to 159.5 miles an hour. In this race here, the fast lap race is still over 196 miles an hour. And Cat Batson, of course, has now officially dropped out of the race, the number 28 car, so she'll be back with that ride next season, by the way. And like Keith Batson, she also will have a 2004 Taurus, so out of the KAB Enterprises. But get ready, we're going to restart here with 3 laps remaining here at Atlanta. Joshua Osborne he's been the dominant car so far. He's leading right now. Second position is Kyle Matthews. Third is Paul Minnick. Fourth is Trent Dunham. Fifth position is Rob Evans. Sixth is Ryan George. Seventh is William Brock. Eighth is Jessica Shelton. Ninth is Aaron Macklin. 10th is Charles Sanford. 11th right now is Nathan Orman. 12th is Zachary Fitzwater. 13th, Wes McCoy. 14th is Zach Winkle. Levi McIntyre, 15th, the newly crowned champ. Dylan Young is 16th. 17th is James Henry. 18th is Dylan Poteet. 19th is Quentin Moore. 20th is Daniel Bouchard. And you see the rest of the finishing order to see where you're at right now. Pole sitter Matt McIntyre back to 22nd position. Cole Deaver in 23rd. Not the day I'm sure he's hoped to have. Seth Colway back in 28th as well too. So, and Phil Parker back in 31st, and Mike Becker in 32nd. So, well, some of the top drivers not having a good day here today at Atlanta. Green flag is out. 3 laps to go on the season here in the Napa Auto Parts 500, and Kyle Matthews on the back bumper of Osborne as they come up to number 2. Through turns number 3 and 4, Matthews to the inside of Osborne, come off to number 4. 2 laps to go. Trent Dunham to the inside, that's for third place on Paul Minnick. He's going to bring Ryan George with him here. Here comes Matthews to the inside, they're side by side off to number 2. And keep around at number 1 on Trent Dunham, he's not out of this yet. Dunham's going to push Matthews to the inside as they come off turn number 4. Matthews and Osborne are side by side coming to the white flag. They'll have 1 more lap remaining here in Atlanta. We had close finishes in this track before, but we had another one. Osborne hanging tough on the outside. Matthews to the inside. Dunham shoving him down the backstretch for the final time this season. Will it be the 42 or the 20? Osborne backs up a little bit, trying to get a run off the high side. Matthews pulls ahead. Here they come off the 4-turn. Dunham looks to the inside. He's not going to do it, and Kyle Matthews does. Kyle Matthews wins the Napa Know-How 500 here at Atlanta. What a thrilling finish to end the season here at Atlanta, and Kyle Matthews made the move on Joshua Osborne on the restart and held his line when he needed to, and picks up his 4th victory of the season, adding on to his wins at Dover, Pocono, and Bristol. And boy, what a finish that was here. Averaging 145.109. And so that is it. 34 races in the books, and no more left remain this season. Boy, what a, like I said, a thriller to finish the season off here at Atlanta. Trent Dunham comes home 2nd, Joshua Osborne 3rd, 4th will go to Paul Minnick, 5th to Rob Evans, 6th to Ryan George, Jessica Shelton 7th, 8th will go to Paul Minnick, 9th to Charles Samper. I should say, 8th will go to William Brock, 9th to Charles Samper, and Aaron Macklin, another solid day for the 87 team, finishes in 10th position. 11th will go to Nathan Orman, 12th to Zachary Fitzwater, 13th to Wes McCoy, 14th to Zach Winkle, 15th Dylan Young, 16th Quentin Moore, 17th Levi McIntyre, 18th Dylan Poteet, 19th James Henry, 20th to Daniel Bouchard, 21st Cole Deaver, 22nd Roberto Crown Jr., 23rd Allison Rain, 24th James Sykes, 25th Matt McIntyre. The pole sitter drops back a bunch in this race. Jesse Turner, 26th. Ryan Brommer, 27th. Seth Cole, 28th. Daniel Gatrot, 29th. 30th was going to the Cement Oscon. Phil Parker, 31st. Dylan Abrahamian, 32nd. Muhammad Abdullah, 33rd. Mike Becker, 34th. And Laura Chung, 35th. Alex Miller at least did finish the race there after his crash with Cat Batson. He finishes 36th. And I'm sure Alex is going to want some words with Cat Batson after that in the garage area, too, after that little hook and bang coming in through turns 1 and 2. Batson did fall out of the race because of that crash, though. However, she finishes 37th, and Zach Rogers 38th. Keith Batson 39th. John Andrews will finish last. So we will see you. We'll be back for the points, for the final points roundup for the season here. Congratulations once again to Kyle Matthews, the winner here today, and to Dylan Young, the season 30 Castrol GTX Cup Series champion. And we'll be back for the points roundup right after this. Welcome back here, as we are here for the season 30 points roundup here in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, and ignored the additional win by somebody else and the 35 races because I accidentally put 2 New Hampshire races in after I did the New Hampshire event. So I tried deleting the results, but unfortunately it will not let me do so. But even with 1 New Hampshire race recorded, it probably would not have made any difference as far as the points was concerned anyway. So there you have it with that. But anyway, as we mentioned, Dylan Young, already a season champion, season 29, already season 30 champion after going into Atlanta. So he already had the Cup won after all that. Second place in the points was Kyle Matthews. Third is here, moving up to third in the points after this race was Jessica Shelton, as she was 5th coming in this race, and she is 3rd, and she comes out 3rd in the standings this season. 4th will go to Cole Deaver, and 5th position will go to Daniel Bouchard. So stats for this season for our top 5. Dylan Young, he had 2 wins, 14 top 5s, and 18 top 10 finishes, and 3 pole positions this season. Kyle Matthews, he had 4 wins this season, counting the win in Atlanta, 11 top 5s and 17 top 10s and 1 pole position. Jessica Shelton, 4 wins, 12 top 5s and 17 top 10s and 5 pole positions this season. And Cole Deaver, he had 2 pole positions, 2 wins, 9 top 5s and 17 top 10s. And Daniel Bouchard, he had 1 pole, 2 wins, 9 top 5s and 15 top 10 finishes. And that was how everything shook out the season. 100 points was the margin of victory for the championship between Dylan Young and Kyle Matthews. And the top 5 separated by 333 points. Rest of the finishing order in the points, the rest of the top 10 here, Trent Dunham moved up 3 positions to 6th place in the standings. He had 1 pole, 1 win, 7 top 5s, and 15 top 10s this season. 7th was Levi McIntyre. He had no poles, but he had 2 wins, 6 top 5s, and 15 top 10 finishes this season. Seth Cole, 8th place in standings this season. No poles, 1 win that came at the Brickyard 400. He had 5 top 5s and 14 top 10 finishes this season. Zach Rogers, he had 2 wins that came in North Wilkesboro and Watkins Glen. He had 2 poles this season as well, too. 9 top 5s and 14 top 10s for Zach Rogers. And Nathan Ormond, a surprise top 10 finisher this season. He ended up with 1 pole, 5 top 5s, and 9 top 10 finishes this season. So he quietly had a good top 10 finish this season in the points. So finishing the rest of the finishing order for you here in the points, Joshua Osborne moved up a couple spots to 11th in the standings coming out of the season here in Atlanta. He had no wins. He almost had Atlanta. He had Atlanta pretty much won almost the last race of the season. And the late caution came out and screwed him over in that race, unfortunately for Joshua. But he had 7 top 5s and 14 top 10s this season and 1 pole position. Charles Sanford went to 12th in the standings this season. 1 win, 8 top 5s, and 15 top 10s, and 3 poles. Jesse Turner, he had the 1 win at Talladega in the Die Hard 500. He had 4 top 5s and 10 top 10s this season. Allison Rain with a 14th place finish this season. And Phil Parker comes home 15th in the standings. Keith Batson was 16th. 17th was William Brock. 18th, Matt McIntyre. 19th, Mike Becker. 20th will go to Ryan George this season in the points. 21st, Laura Chung. 22nd was Zach Winkle. 23rd, Dylan Poteet. 24th, Kat Batson. 25th, Quentin Moore. 26th will go to James Henry in the points. 27th to Paul Minnick. 28th, Ryan Brommer. 29th, Alex Miller. 30th will go to John Andrews. 31st was James Sykes. 31st, Zachary Fitzwater. Aaron Macklin, 33rd. 34th, Roberto Crown Jr. 35th, Rob Evans. 36th, Wes McCoy. 37th, Cement Ozcon. 38th was Muhammad Abdullah. 38th, Dylan Abrahamian. And 40th was Daniel Getrog. That's how they finished the points this season. And your season 30 Rookie of the Year for the Castrol GTX Cup Series this season is John Andrews. He wins by 8 points for Rookie of the Year over Roberto Crown Jr. 3rd place in rookie points went to Cement Ozcon. 4th, Daniel Getrog. 5th was Muhammad Abdullah. And Dylan Abrahamian was last in the rookie standings this season. So that's how they finished Rookie of the Year and the points this season. So, and if I may so count the winners we had this season here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 20, 21. So yeah, counting the points, counting the rookies counting the winners we've had this season, we've had 21 of the 40 drivers win a race this season in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. So you talk about parity when it comes to the series, and we had it this season for sure, and we hope to continue that maybe next season with a more competitive field than ever, and maybe some more great racing than ever this season as well too. So thank you once again for joining us this season. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got everything on this channel. We got everything. We got in our races. We got gaming videos. We got in our online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series, which is the main series on this channel. And also be sure to check out our, and if you want in on Seth's next series of Duracell Cup, and he will get with Seth, and he will get you going. And also be sure to check out our other 2 channels that does NNSCRA offline, including channels X867539858X, which happens to be our champions channel, Dylan Young. He's the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup Series. And also be sure to check out Thrash Maniac 99. That's Levi McIntyre's channel. He's the man who does the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. So be sure to subscribe to both their channels. He got some cool stuff on there as well too. So thanks once again for joining us for this season. Congratulations once again to Kyle Matthews, the winner of the Napa Auto Parts 500, and to Dylan Young, the Season 30 Castrol GTX Cup Series champion. For now, this is James Qualls. This has been production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 10 years of offline racing at its best. We'll see you for Speed Weeks at Daytona for Season 31.